The Magic Porridge Pot. Once upon a time, there was a good little girl who lived with her mother and her kitty in their little cottage in a little village. They were very poor, and sometimes they didn't have enough to eat. One day there was no food left in the cupboard, so the mother sent the little girl into the forest to find some berries for breakfast. The little girl hadn't gone very far when she met an old woman she had never seen before. The old woman said,
"Hello, little girl. What are you looking for?"
The little girl replied with a polite smile,
"I'm looking for berries for our breakfast."
Now the old woman knew that the little girl was good. She also knew that sometimes there was not enough food to eat. The old woman gave the little girl a magic pot and told her that when she was hungry, she was to say,
"Boil, magic pot, boil!"
And the magic pot would bubble and boil and make delicious sweet porridge.
"When you've had enough and wanted to stop,"
said the old woman,
"you call out, 'Enough, magic pot, stop!'"
The little girl thanked the old woman and ran home to show her mother the wonderful magic pot. They sat down at the table and the little girl called out,
"Boil, magic pot, boil!"
The magic pot bubbled and boiled, and the little girl and her mother ate delicious sweet porridge until they were full. Then the little girl shouted,
"Enough, magic pot, stop!"
The little girl, her mother, and the kitty were very happy because they never went hungry again. But while the little girl was visiting friends one day, her mother got hungry. She got out the magic pot, put it on the table, and said, "Boil, magic pot, boil!" Sure enough, the magic pot bubbled and boiled and made the delicious sweet porridge. The mother soon had enough to eat, so she shouted, "Stop, magic pot! Enough!" But those weren't the magic words. So the magic pot kept making sweet porridge. It began to bubble over the top of the pot. The mother shouted, "Stop, stop, stop, little pot!" But the magic pot bubbled and boiled even more, and the porridge spilled onto the table and onto the floor. "Oh dear!" cried the mother. "I've forgotten the magic words." She tried, "Please stop, magic pot." But the magic pot kept bubbling and boiling, and the porridge filled the house and ran out the door. The kitty ran up a tree while the mother ran ahead of the porridge shouting, "Help, help, magic pot, stop!" But the porridge continued to roll through the village. She shouted, "Enough, enough, stop, magic pot!" But the porridge began to fill the houses. All the people ran through the village trying to stay ahead of the porridge. The mother continued to shout at the magic pot. Just then, the little girl returned to see what the shouting and meowing was about. She could see what was wrong and knew just what to do to save the village. She shouted at the magic pot,
"Enough, magic pot, stop!"
At last, the magic pot stopped bubbling and boiling, and the porridge stopped rolling. The little girl saved the village, but it took the people, the pigs, and the cows 3 whole weeks to eat all the porridge so they could get back into their houses.
The end.